So, hi guys, again, Nico Rocha here with Dario. And si Diego, the reason why I got Diego is because he's not only a professional player right now, guys. Dami-dami niya ginagawa on the side. One is, of course, let's talk about muna yung mga camps that you do. Like the next up camp, nakakatapos lang. I'm not sure kung tama yung word ko kung kakatapos lang. He's also currently an events host, a TV broadcast. That's the right term, right? TV broadcaster for the
Yeah, you
game.
could say like sports
TV
broadcaster.
sports
Yeah.
broadcaster kasi talagang it's on TV, it's on cable TV.
Mm-hmm.
The game, NBA hype, a professional athlete now for the Meralco Bolts. I mean, matagal na siya professional athlete starting with Blackwater. But again, we're gonna skin all of that and check everything. Like skinning an onion, see more who Diego Darius. What's up, Jegs?
What's up? What's up, Nico? First of all, thank you for having me. Yeah, you're right. I kind of do a lot of things, but it basically revolves around basketball pa rin. So the sport that we all love, Nicks.
Yung sa Jegs, before, kasi meron ako set of questions I always wanted to ask, but of course yung next up, it's showing up on my stories and everything, and I just wanna know, since when pa yan? And it's your brainchild, ikaw talaga nag-isip niya na it started from you, or is it a group of people?
Basically, it was my idea back in, parang my plan really was when I started becoming a pro athlete, I wanted to have a camp of my own. So we started small 2019 before the pandemic pa. We had like a 2-day camp. That's the first ever camp that I did. We had about like 20 to 30 kids. But I got my former teammates as the coaches. So Jello Vito, Jarrell Lim, who else was there? Juanito Gregorio, one of my friends also, high school teammate ko. And I think Carl Bangkora, one of our friends in UP back then. Pero that was basically the goal was to teach young kids not just the drills, because a lot of coaches can teach all the drills. A lot
Yeah.
of the trainers and camps can teach, basic dribbling, right hand, left hand, the basics. Usually what we do in other camps na sinalihan natin before. I wanted it to become different and give back to the sport. So parang our concept at Next Up is basically parang a holistic way of developing athletes. So it's not just about what you do inside the court, it's how you project yourself outside the court. Are you a good teammate? Are you a good human being? We also talk about like nutrition. What do you have to do? What you
Oh,
have
may
to eat
kasamang
after
nutrition. What?
practice. Mga
Okay, yung
things like
camp
that.
man.
Yeah.
Iba talaga. It's completely different.
We have
Walang ganyan sa
yeah,
Milo Best
mga
eh.
ano rin.
Milo Best, ano
Yeah,
lang
so I
eh. May
wanted it to
suot
be
ka pa eh.
different. I wanted it to be different talaga. Meron din, we have mindfulness sessions also, like around 5 to 10 minutes of meditating, even if we're young kids, kasi research backs it up. The reason why I wanted to do this also, because these are the things that helped me reach the professional level. I mean, if you look at me, Nix, I'm 5'7", 5'8", like a regular Filipino hooper, diba? Na what the chances are so small na maka PBA ka, maka UAAP ka, even play for the national team at this height. Pero what I did kasi is I did all the little things outside the court. Sleep right, eat the right food. In high school, Nix, if you would believe na I didn't eat, chips, soda, things like that. I did all the right things talaga. Parang to give me a chance, kumbaga. Like, it didn't, parang di yun sure na PBA ka if you do all those things. But it gave me a chance. And, I mean, luckily, I'm still here in the PBA, diba, Nix?
Yeah, kitang-kita naman yung body of work. And actually, not sure kung naalala ko, I'm sure you remember him, si Gabe Corobin. Gabe Corobin is...
Right, yeah.
So he's one of my closest friends. And then, I think a story that I just want the viewers to hear is that yung mindset mo na yung grade school pa. Sabi ni Gabe na built different talaga si Diego. Yun yung sinasabi niya sa akin. That's why you should try to get him in your podcast. I'm like, hindi ko pa kilala si Diego. Mag-iisip ako ng paraan how to... Hindi, kasi yun yung pag-usapan namin. I think that's a year ago. Pag-usapan namin. Try mo kunin si Diego. Kasi for sure, ang daming makakwento niyan. And yun nga, grabe daw. Sa golf.
Right,
So you started sa golf
sa
grade
school.
school.
Doon ako nag-grade school.
Magkakampi pa kayo dati. Sabi niya, iba ka daw talaga eh. Siya kasi, he said it himself, siya pa coast lang. Masaya na siya na makascore, okay na. But ikaw daw, you take things up a notch. And it's great that you still do it to this day.
Yeah, I mean, I remember shout out kay Gabe. I mean, he was my teammate nga before. I think a couple of years higher than sila. So, when I was in grade school sa golf, I was training na with the high school team. Just so, parang both. So, early in the morning, I would train with the high school team. Tapos, in the afternoon yung grade school. Just so that parang, kasi nung time na yun, sa golf, like, wala naman masyadong kilala sa golf, di ba? So, parang, when I go up against teams like LaSalle, Ateneo,
Ayun
alam mo
yun yung mga nakalaban nyo daw, di
yung mga
ba?
big programs
Mga big
before nung
programs.
grade school, di ba? Tambak kami, bro, like 60, 70. So, parang parang that's what I wanted to reach. Parang, how do I get to those programs? Paano ako gagaling ng ganun? So, kaya din, I guess, different yung mindset. I hated losing talaga. So, yun.
How did that affect you? Like seeing it, I'm sure at this point it did not affect you negatively. But at that point, was there anybody who told you na 60, 70, okay lang yan, let's move on? Or it was personally ikaw lang yun? You told yourself from an early age na alam mo na not to be affected by those kind of losses?
I think it's my parents and
It's your parents.
the close circle around me. So my dad, who was my first ever coach, my mom, they would always say, as long as you try your best, control what you can control. At a young age, parang I kind of understood that na you can control all your teammates, kung magaling ba lahat ng teammates mo, but you can control how hard you work, you can control how much effort you put in during the games, and if the wins come, let them come. If you lose, that's okay as long as you did your best. So, parang bata pa lang ako that yun yung ini-instill ng parents ko to me while playing the sport of basketball.
And yeah, we saw that definitely that when you got drafted by Blackwater. And ngayon, we're not gonna discuss Blackwater, but rather your journey now with Meralco, especially now kasi nasa PBA on tour tayo. So
Mhm.
now that we're there, we're talking about that topic right now. Saan kayo ngayon? Are you in the Metro Manila area or saan yung next destination nyo?
Actually, last week we just came from Quezon
Sa Quezon.
province to go
Chaong?
up against Chaong, San Miguel. So I think it's good for the PBA to do this to reach out to the fans because before during the pandemic, we didn't really reach out to the provinces in terms of
Bubble eh.
basketball fans, diba?
Mm.
So parang I think this is good for the league. Pero now I think our next game is just here pa rin in Aris Pasig. So, yeah.
Pag gusto mo mga ganyan, Jegs, meron ka bang mga teams na si-circle mo sa calendar mo? May personal ano ka ba? Oh, makakalaban namin to. It's what may
Mm.
konting gigil ba? Sa
Uh,
former team mo, meron ba?
Parang wala eh.
Wala.
Parang for me, I take every game as, a chance to, just show out, do our game plan. Parang our coaches, especially our coaches now, like sila Coach Luigi, Coach Nenad, they want to focus on us. Parang what we want to do as a team, both offensively, defensively. Parang sobrang into details talaga yung system namin. Ngayon. Yeah.
Kamusta yung difference with Coach Luigi and Coach Nenad? Kasi consultant si Coach Nenad, right? Yun yung by
Mhm.
paper, he's consultant. Compared to Coach Norman, is there a difference or is it a continuation of what Coach Norman used to preach to you guys?
Coach Norman's still very active actually. So practices nandiyan pa rin siya.
Okay.
But as a consultant. So basically the goal, I mean, Coach Luigi and Coach Nenad actually said this, that we're just building on what Coach Norman developed already in Meralco. I mean, the body of work that Coach Norman has done for the team, grabe, like multiple finals appearances,
Yeah.
consistently in the semifinals,
Mm.
right? So it's just a matter of getting to the next step, next level, and just building on that. That's what we're trying to do.
That's great. And maganda nga yun na, kasi di ba mahirap, usually ang struggles ng teams is that kapag new head coach, for some, like in the NBA, di ba, parang new head coach, you gotta really learn a new system, may mga
Yeah.
players na mag-fall off, may mga players na aangat yung laro. But since I think it's a good thing, based on what I'm hearing from you, that because there's a continuation, and it's good for the players.
I mean, it's always good for a program to have continuation. I mean, tama ka, Nix, na if new coach, usually bagong system, bagong program, usually new players will come in, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think this is a bit different. We're just, as I said, building on to the program nga na binuild na ni Coach Norman.
Did you change anything in your workouts from being drafted with Blackwater and unfortunately things didn't work out there, but God has other plans for you now that you're with Meralco.
Mhm.
But after being a practice player for Meralco and then them signing you in January, did you change anything or it's just the same thing that you did?
Uh, I think yeah, I would say I before I would say that I worked hard in terms of I think important din to for like young kids who would
Yeah.
want to like work hard to get to the pro level. Grabe yung hard work ko before. If you ask anyone, all of my teammates, I think other podcasts I've said this also.
Yeah.
Grade school, high school, college, multiple times a day I would practice morning before classes. Before practice, I'm there an hour to or 2 hours early. After practices, ganun. I think maybe the last 2, 3 years, medyo nagbago na yung mindset ko when it comes to that. Because before, I guess part din ng pagkabata na hindi ako napapagod eh. Like, parang
Ang bata,
kahit
oh yeah.
2, 3 times a day pa. I even tried yung kay Kobe bro, yung 4 a.m.
Yung yung
practice at
gigising,
4 a.m.
trinay mo
Tapos
kasi baka
oo, syempre Kobe bro, inspiration, diba? Like, if he did it, why can't I? So, I tried
okay.
4 a.m. practice. And then, even 4 a.m. practice. 4 a.m. wake up. Then, workout at 5, done by 6:30. Ito, lagi niya ito sinasabi, diba? Parang,
Yung nga lagi, tapos
rest
3
for
hours of
two
sleep lang daw siya.
hours. Then, rest for two
Oo.
hours. Then, practice ulit at lunchtime. I remember sa UP pa yun. Tapos, before practice, I do extra work again. Then, team practice. Then, after work, after practice, extra work ulit. Then, ulit, bro, 3 days lang di ko na kinaya. Parang, ano
Iba eh,
talaga,
no?
parang impossible to sustain that kind of work ethic. So, I think, I mean, shout out to Kobe, bro. Hindi ko alam paano niya
Yeah.
nagawa. Baka off-season, I mean, I think, pag off-season, baka pwede. Pero, college tayo, bro, may school
Wala
pa,
namang
ganun.
classes
So,
yun eh. Wala namang classes yun eh.
yeah, diba, diba?
Pro na
So,
yun.
parang, before, that was my mindset. Na if I could outwork everyone, na work, 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 gagaling ako. But, not the case. Parang I realized in the past 2 to 3 years na if you work smart, then that's when you really improve. I mean, you'll still improve with the usual hard work, especially if
Yeah.
you're a young player. But if you get to a higher level, parang di na mag-work yung regular work eh. So it has to be very, very specific. So let's say in the off season, after the bubble, I work out with Better Basketball. And we started doing drills na may defense. So I would never train na I'm just on my own. I would
So
still
parang game
do my reps.
simulated.
Yeah, my shooting, my skills. Dati master ko na yun, bro. Yung walang defense. Tapos I do 100 dribble moves. Ball on a string. Yung sobrang bilis naman. Two
Yung,
ball dribble ball,
oh,
three dribbles, three balls
easy.
kaya ko.
Parang,
Oh,
parang
as
ano
in ako
na.
yung addict talaga sa workout, bro. Yung 100 cones in the tapos gagawin
Gagawin
ko
mo.
tapos the bucket, di ba? Like parang sabi ko dati parang it would work pero now it didn't. Now it's more specific what I do now. So let's say off you catch the ball, someone's closing out to you, meron kaming kasama, and then I would attack right. What are my options? If i-cut off niya ako, what's the next option? When I learned how to read what's in front of me, the game opened up so much for me. Na parang na-apply ko na lahat ng skills na ginagawa ko before na sobrang
Sa
galing ko na sa
practice.
skills.
Yeah.
Pero sa games or practices, di ko naman napapakita because may defense eh. So I think that's what's important now in terms of smart work na you kind of have to simulate the game as much as you can in terms of speed, in terms of the defense. Minsan bro, may mga kasama pa kami na 2 tao to go for the help defense.
Yeah, di ba
So,
nakakasama mo si Juan at si Will? I
dalawa,
think
yeah.
I
So
saw
that's
that on your TikTok.
Yeah, so that's what we do. Parang after the first defender in the real game, may second defender, diba? So what are you gonna do with the second defender? So parang game like talaga, diba? It's never na oh do this move, step back 10 times. Na eh. We do that
Hindi.
as warm up, pero yung main part of the workout is may defense. How are you gonna read? Hindi siya predetermined na oh when you get here step back. It's like ano ba yung mag-work na move for me? Yung mga move na mag-work for one will not work for me because I'm smaller. Yung mga move na mag-work for Will Gozum won't work for me because he's 6'6",
He's
diba?
huge.
So
Yeah.
it can't be one size fits all in training, and yun yung medyo na natutunan ko in the past few years. And one more point, parang sa PBA, when you get to the pro level, you're graded and you get paid for what you do in practice and in games. So if sobrang pagod ko na, if I do yung routine ko before in college, sobrang pagod ko na for practice, di na ako 100%. I won't be able to do and show what I can really do in practice. Kasi sobrang pagod ko na. I did what,
Yeah.
2, 3 workouts na before. So I learned na now na you can't do that. Kasi you have to be your best in practice. You have to be your best in the games. It's not, oh, you work so hard, we'll pay you. It's not like that in the pros. Eh. No matter how hard you work, if you don't show it in practice or in games, they won't, diba? They won't get you. They won't sign you for the next contract. So a lot of things I learned in the past, 2, 3 years.
Kitang-kita and grabe rin yung dedication bro, practice player for a year
Mm.
and then
Mm.
yun yung walang guarantees, 'di ba? Nandun ka lang to practice, to train, to get familiar and then ayun nga, you mentioned that with the change that you did to your training, it blooms to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Which is amazing. It's something that kids can learn, right? Like, kaya ang ganda ng yung sinabi mo about the next up basketball camp. That's the first I've heard of it as well when you mentioned that there's nutrition, there's mindfulness, and I'm sure there are a lot more things there if they sign up in that program. Everyone ba yan? Ganun yung
And ano
segue ko.
siya, actually, it just finished like what you said. Parang it was
Yeah.
4 weeks, 4 weekends. And just to add, yung special pa about it is
Yeah.
I bring in my UAP or PBA friends or
So na, ano yung
teammates
mga kids?
to teach. Kasi
Yeah.
weird naman if ako lang, diba? I
Yeah.
get my knowledge. So we had Chris Newsome, Aaron Black, Juan and Javi GDL. We even had Coach Leo Austria one session.
Okay.
So different perspectives talaga. And parang that's how kids can get close to that level of basketball. Eh. Kasi
Yeah.
other camps, they would do the same drills, man, every day, every session. Di nila masasabi, like, let's say Coach Leo, he was always be coachable, be grateful to your parents, mga things like that. Chris Newsome talked about leadership in terms of being vocal, giving high fives to teammates, mga little things like that. Other camps din na sasabihin lang nila, oh, join our camp, gagaling ka. Pero yung mga little things na, let's say mag-whistle yung coach. Let's say you're in high school or college, nagta-tryout ka. Whistle yung coach, huddle, tatakbo ka. Yung iba di tatakbo eh, they're just gonna walk, ganun.
Chill lang, parang ano.
Little things like that, yung mga tatakbo ka straight to, makikita ka ng coach, bro. Diba? Coach Norman, pag nag-whistle si Coach Norman, dapat takbo ka going to him. Dapat you're clapping. Huwag nag-huddle kami. If you don't, push-ups ka. Mga little things like that. Yun yung di alam ng mga ibang tao eh, diba? Like, how disciplined you really have to be.
Kahit sa pros? Like, kahit sa pros?
Pros kami. Coach Norman, before he would whistle and practice, dapat nagka-clap lang. If he sees you, hindi ka nagka-clap 10 push-ups. That's a discipline. Discipline yan, bro. Kahit,
like simple, the reason for clapping is just, what's that? Like, ano purpose? Just for unison?
Parang it's just unison, everyone, we're done with practice, we worked hard today, and it's time to like, talk about what we did and talk what's gonna happen next. Diba? Parang, diba, imagine mo, PBA, ganun. Diba? Some high school, college athletes would say, ano ba yan? Sobrang corny naman or whatever. Like, diba? It's not. It's part of culture. It's part of the little things that get you to the next level. Nakikita ng coaches yung mga maliliit na bagay yung ganun.
Kala mo hindi lang pinapansin, pero it affects everything that moving forward. Wow. So Jegs, again, it's a great story, but now, so let's take a step back. And the reason I've heard of you, actually matagal na. Well, first of all, with Gabe, and not only because of that, it's because you were part of the UP Fighting Maroons. And actually, nung time na yun, part of ng UP, you were one of the few players at that time who's really active on social media. At least I see it madalas. So with that, I just want to know if that was a factor on why Adidas reached out to you. Kita ko ngayon parang brand ambassador ka or something. I'm not sure what the right title is. Or was it through a different circumstance? Is it because of your social media presence?
Actually, matagal na Adidas has been supporting me since I was first year college. So after my Batang Gilas stint, if you remember my first, in
Yeah,
terms
dude.
of numbers,
Di ba kalaban sila Tatum? Kaya
yeah, nakalaban
naalala
namin
si
sila
Diego na sa
Tatum,
wild
yeah,
nun.
sila Malik Monk, yun. After that stint, I kind of played well in the UAP, first year, second year, but we weren't really winning with UP. Actually, in
The
terms of
first,
numbers, if
yeah.
you check it, first 2 years ko, mas mataas pa numbers ko compared to my last 3 years in UP. I think I averaged like almost 9-10 a game ng second year ko. So, parang at that point, Adidas reached out to me. I don't think social media was like the main thing, but luckily with the UAP and UP, my social media grew then. So I guess
Yeah.
that's a factor. That could be a factor. But now I'm not just an Adidas athlete anymore. I work with as a consultant for Adidas now also, but not full time. I just help them with marketing, with signing new athletes for Adidas. Yeah, but I'm very grateful for that family. We call it family because up through the ups and downs of my career, they've been supporting me. And yeah, now I even work with them na. So yeah.
Yun, nakita kita pagkasama sina Andy Hemao nung signing. Kala ko si manager na si Jegs ah. Kasi ikaw yung nandun eh, di ba? Nandun ka sa
Mm-hmm.
contract signing niya. So ko, this guy is doing everything.
I mean, just trying to help, just trying to help. And still around basketball, like I said.
Yeah,
Pero Andy
basket pa rin
Himao,
naman
bro,
eh.
different, crazy.
Mamaw eh, no?
So we're lucky that we have him. We're grateful that he's part of the team.
Of NBA level, Jegs, I want to mention the FIBA World Cup talk kasi they reached out. They want us to. They mentioned about the promo that they're doing. It is. I think
Mm,
you also did the same thing. This is
right.
the two. I think the two games were as low as 999 pesos. And now that we're hosting those games, I'm also excited about it, especially na bibigyan yung mga kababayan natin ng promos like this. Imagine for 999 pesos, you can watch world quality basketball games. So for you, Jegs, outside the Philippines, any countries that you would like to watch? Mga games na nandito sa Manila. Or kahit hindi na, like, kasi di tayo
Mm,
rin mag-host ng knockout, di ba, ng
yeah, yeah.
playoffs. So, any
Uh,
countries you want to watch? I mean, of course, USA, right?
yeah,
That's
USA for
one.
sure. I mean, NBA level guys are gonna be there. Serbia, bro. Kasi I've been coached by, luckily,
Serbia.
Serbians. Nung college kami, we had the Serbian coach come out here. Nung finals year namin, we had the Serbian coach. We trained there, tapos we had the coach to during the season here from Serbia. And then now Coach Nenad's a Serbian also.
Yeah.
But I want to see, their culture, the way they play. Kasi when we trained there, grabe rin yung culture sa Serbia, bro. Eh.
Paano yung culture ng
There's
Serbians?
they're super tough when they train. So
Oh.
super competitive, so super physical. 'Di ba dito sa atin parang physical dito pero minsan borderline dirty.
Ah,
Dito sa
yeah.
atin, 'di ba?
Borderline
'Di ba?
dirty.
Pag yung naglaro ka sa mga barangay, 'di ba? Mga
Mabibigyan
ganun.
ka, mabibigyan
Bibigyan
ka.
ka, minsan may suntok pa nga. Sa Serbia, bro, physical, pero it's normal. Hindi siya dirty eh. Parang sobrang physical lang nila, competitive. The way they train also mag-iba, bro. So, we had this drill, I remember, parang we're doing two ball dribblings for the guards. And then yung coach namin na Serbian, bro, he would jump on our, like, sasakyan niya kami, tapos papaluin niya kami, foulin niya kami. But we
Para,
can't lose the ball. So things like that, diba? Parang I've never seen that. I've never experienced that before.
para
Kailangan
drill camp ah.
control pa namin, two ball
Oh,
dribbling kami, tapos
pinapalo.
sinusuntok kami dito, pinapalo kami ng stuff, like, even bola, bro, yung malaking exercise ball.
Yeah, medicine ball. The huge ass ones were what we
Yeah.
sit on, di ba?
Yeah, so we would dribble, drive, tas babatuhin kami, dapat ma-finish pa rin namin. Things like that, very unorthodox. But I think it worked. I mean, nag-finals kami nung year na yun, diba?
Pero di ba game simulation talaga? Like thinking about what they're doing. Talagang in a normal game, pinapalo kami mga... Hindi
Oo.
talaga
And
ko call yun eh.
yung mindset din nila bro. When I was asking our coach, si Coach Nicola din name na talaga.
Nicola. Yun ba yung
Nicola
parang
din.
araw nila? Juan de la Cruz
Lahat
sila,
sila parang
Nicola.
Nicola dun eh. Oh.
Nicola.
Sa Serbia, parang he said, if you don't get the gold medal, walang recognition bro.
As in, it's a
Wala.
bad year. Like, let's chalk it up.
So,
Like,
silver medal, bronze medal, wala. People won't care about you. But if you win gold, then people care about you. So, grabe yung standard nila, bro. Like, wala, I think parang to a point na sinabi niya na if you don't win the first place or a championship, you won't even be in the news. Diba yung iba parang,
Tayo, di ba, pag
yeah, yeah.
the sports country, lahat inaano sa kanila,
Basta
only,
mag-participate ka lang, diba? Parang ano ka na diba?
meron nga tayong
So,
pool announcement, di ba? I doubt sa Serbia may pool announcement. I think they're like, okay, who's, di
yeah.
ba? Para ito na yung laban natin.
They
We
just
got the
wait for
gold
the
medal.
results. Makita mo rin kay Jokic, diba? Parang may ganung vibe din siya na parang walang
Parang,
pake, gano'n, until we win the championship, diba? Parang
oh,
ganun yung vibe niya eh.
okay, so that's one. So one is Serbia. What's the second one? Any country na gusto ko panoodin?
I think Canada's gonna be interesting
Yeah,
sa FIBA.
SGA.
So
All
SGA,
parang
Jamal, I think
Jamal,
Jamal.
Lou Dort,
Yeah, Lou Dort's gonna be there. Meron
Dwight
pa sa
Powell.
shooter.
Shooter? Sino ba shooter? Ang dami nilang ano eh.
The
Uh,
shooting big. What?
Canada.
Pero bro, talking about Jamal Murray, nung nag-FIBA World Cup kami,
Yeah.
yung batch namin nila, Matt, Mike Nieto, Paul Desiree.
Nakalaban niyo ba si...
Jamal was playing na in Canada, pero hindi namin sila ka-bracket. Wala pang pumapansin kay Jamal, bro.
Hindi pa siya all that.
Hindi
Wala
pa
pa
siya
siya
yung
sa...
parang the main thing eh. The main guys there, syempre Jason Tatum, Malik Monk,
Naalala ko sila Diamond Stone. Sabi ko, ganda ng
Diamond
pangalan. Si
Stone,
Diamond Stone, di ba?
Harry
Mama.
Giles, bro, remember si Harry Giles?
Before
Played
the
in the
injuries,
NBA.
right? Pero ano na siya
Yeah.
nun, di ba? As in, top prospect na siya
Top
nung
prospect,
time na
bro.
yun.
I think para top 5 in his batch. 7th Woods, if you remember, sa YouTube, if you search
Isa
that.
pa yun si Seven Foods.
Pero bro, Jamal Murray was there. So lahat sa hotel, same hotel lang kami lahat eh. People would take pictures everyone. Sila Malik Newman, yan.
Pero
Malik
time
Monk.
na yun, kilala niyo na si Jamal Murray. You know how good he was. Or wala
Not
pa?
at all, bro.
Not at all.
Parang feel ko nga, parang nakasama lang namin siya sa elevator kasi Canada, almost same ano lang with us eh. Wala kang pake, bro.
Wala
Tapos
kayong
ngayon,
star,
Jamal Murray.
ano? Wala yung parang, shit, Jamal Murray yun.
Wala, bro. Di nga namin alam yung name na Jamal Murray at all. Tapos ngayon, ganun. So,
Nag-look back lang kayo na, nakasama natin to sa ano. Man, daming. I think that's for another podcast. Itatanungin ko lang yung behind the scenes of being there. I'm sure.
Yeah, bro. For sure.
Diba? Kasi, imagine, si Tatum was that guy na, right? Tatum, Stone, and Monk, and Giles.
Yeah.
Those are the
Pero
guys.
si Tatum nga nun, parang role player pa lang siya dun sa team na yun.
Playing behind sila Harry.
Malik Newman, Harry Giles. Yung
Malik
parang,
Newman.
Malik Newman nag-MVP nun eh. Pero he didn't have a really good college career kaya hindi siya naka-NBA.
Yeah, parang nag-fall off na siya pagdating ng college eh.
Oo, parang he was a mid-range guy na wala masyadong 3 points. I think that's why. Kasi the game evolved na rin eh. That's what I see, how I saw it. Yeah.
So, wow, that's actually Serbia and Canada. Ako naman, like just to share my
ikaw, bro.
Kasi I think ikaw lang, ano lang, para lang ma-add tong conversation natin. Number 1 is Australia. Because Josh Giddey. Because I like to collect Josh Giddey cards. Mga rookie cards si Josh Giddey. So of course I want to see
good
Josh
investment.
Giddey. Good investment yan si Josh Giddey. Kasi sobrang mahal na ngayon eh. I think the best time to get his rookie cards was when nung rookie year niya. Kasi hindi pa siya masyado puputok nun eh. Pero the next year, I think consistent triple doubles na eh. Basta ano, di ba? Merong mga TikTok videos na people are asking like, how are people able to stop this? His moves are so simple. Wala masyadong but the man just gets to his spot. So, it's really likable.
Basic basketball, bro.
Basic basketball. Yan. Josh Giddey. And number 2, sino ba gusto ko paroodin?
US na yun. Given na
US kasi given na yun eh.
Yeah.
Actually, Japan. I would like to see Japan play. Kasi Japan plays different when Rui Hachimura and Watanabe is there. Kasi I think they beat Australia. They beat Australia na
sleeper yun, bro. Japan.
Sleeper ang Japan. Kasi I was watching their whole game before against Australia. I think a year ago or 2 years ago. Tinalo nila. I think in their home floor. So that's something, right? Like for an Asian team.
Sa Japan may point guard dun eh, si Yuki Togashi. Parang
yung ba yung 3-pointer nila? Yun yung
sobrang liit. Yung parang I think highest paid in the B-League, bro. They call him Million Man. Kasi if you search his highlights, bro, Yuki Togashi, nag-G-League siya. He's like, bro, 5'5". 5'5 or 5'6". Isasend ko sa'yo, I played against him, bro, sa Macau. We had an East Asia Super League. Blackwater pa ako nun.
Kamusta si Togashi?
Tapos ako kasi mindset ko. Ako pinakamabilis, bro. Kasi
Okay,
ako
yun yung
pinakamalit eh.
oo.
Tapos, when kakalabanin na namin Chiba Jets nun. Siyempre, scouting kami. Sino bang magaling sa Chiba Jets?
So,
Yuki Togashi daw, nag-NBA
sila ba
G
defending
League.
champions nun? Alam mo ba yun?
Oh, I
Yung,
think
sila
sila ata.
champions sa time na yun. Okay.
So, nagre-research ako si Yuki Togashi. Then, check ko nga to, YouTube. Sabi ko, okay, magaling shooter, sobrang galing mag-ball screen. Kaya sabi ko, pero feel ko kaya kasi
Yeah.
mabilis din naman ako eh.
Eh, syempre, dapat mindset mo yun eh. Alam mo, sabihin mo, shit, sobrang
Nung,
galing yan, di ko to kaya.
nung first quarter, sabi ko, kakaiba yung bilis nito. Kasi yung bilis niya, bro, mabilis siya, pero alam niya kung saan pupunta. Sobrang controlled. So,
Controlled speed, okay.
sobrang bilis niya. So, di ko siya mabantayan kasi sobrang bilis niya. Pero, bigla siyang titigil, tapos bigla siyang, sobrang bilis, bro. So, tinambakan kami, I think mga 20 yata. Yuki
Oh,
Togashi. Galing,
that's
galing
fine
gago.
to. So kala mo, oh my God.
Yeah. 5'5", bro, 5'5". So parang naisip ko, if
Wow.
kaya nito, I think kaya ko din. Mga ganun. Na-inspire
Yeah,
ako
di
sa
ba?
mga
Ma-inspire ka
maliliit
sa
na ano
ganun.
eh. Mga players,
Nakaka-inspire
bro eh.
ganun.
Oo.
Did you like talk to him after? Like, usap ba kayo after? Like, or hindi?
Parang
As an athlete,
English
na
di siya
competitor.
his English is okay eh. Pero parang I talk to him parang, what's your advice to like small guards? Kasi same hotel
Ah,
din
okay.
kami. Actually, the picture that I took was, ano kami, same hotel. Parang sabi niya just, you have to be the most competitive pag malit ka. Kasi malit na tayo eh. So, defense, offense, you have to be super competitive. Yun lang. Small words lang kasi his English isn't
Yeah.
like the best. Yeah.
So yun, that's our picks, guys, for
Ooh.
dito sa FIBA World Cup talk natin. I mean, short segment lang, but it's always something I always want to discuss. I'm sure I'm gonna have another podcast with Diego who pwede siya talk about just mainly FIBA.
Yeah,
Tapos,
bro. G lang, G
masaya
lang.
lang yan. And si
Oh.
Aaron, actually si AB, I had him in the earlier podcast.
Mhm.
Tapos, sabi ko sa kanya, gusto mo mag-usap tayo with Diego na FIBA World Cup talk. Pwede
Yeah.
natin pag-usapan and everything. It'll
Game
be
lang, bro.
cool to just
Yeah.
discuss the games. And medyo unfiltered talk. And maganda
Mm.
kasi pag podcast, pwede mo naman i-cut eh. Hindi kasi
Right,
mahirap pag
right,
live
right.
stream, may masabi tayo.
Pag
Trending
live
type.
broadcast, no?
Mahirap ang live stream eh. Yun
Hirap,
yung ano
hirap.
eh. Yung, at least ito pwede. Anyway, so again, to get two tickets, there are two tickets for as low as 999. It's in the description below for the FIBA World Cup and try to secure your tickets now kasi you'll never know. Pa nag-announce ng lineup sa ibang countries, bigla tumaas yung rates. You never know. That's why you can buy now for as low as 999.
Dapat punuin natin yun, yung Philippine Arena. Philippine Arena, di ba?
Marunong daw.
Or
Kahit alam
iba-ibang
kong...
arenas. Basta dapat lahat
Ay,
ng Pinoy manood.
may na-mention sila about the record, di ba? I think na-mention sa Shoot First na may record tayong we're
Oo.
trying to break 32,000. Ay di,
Yeah, yeah.
most likely Philippine Arena natin gagawin yun. Kasi hindi naman kaya na
Light work
MOA.
yun, kaya na yun. Kaya yun, 32,000. Kaya yun.
Oh, ano advice mo? Magdadala ng kotse o hindi? Sa Philippine Arena. Medyo tayo sa ano
Ayun
dun, di
lang.
ba?
Kaya,
Dumating na lang na maaga. Try
mag-bus
to
tayo
leave
lahat, bro.
early.
Carpool.
May shuttle ba? Siguro may shuttle naman. Pero magsha-shuttle lang. Kung may motor kayo dyan,
Siguro naman, bro. Oo.
kasi I heard about that, yung parking talaga. So, I'll just come early, leave early. Siguro pag mga last 2 minutes na lang. Pero pag tie ball game, wala, di ako alis. Titiisin ko na lang. I'll
Pag
just look for
close game, bro,
people.
di ka
Wala,
makakaalis nun.
di ako alis. Di ako alis. Di ko,
Oo.
as a passionate fan, di ako alis. Parang pumunta ka
Oo.
pa, di ba? So, ayun, I'm just gonna look for people kapag naipit sa loob na area. I'm sure naman may mga kausap dyan. I'm gonna see a lot of you guys, maybe, di ba? So, ayun. Let's
For
try to
sure, for
break
sure.
that record as well. So, Jigs, let's go back to, well, not basketball anymore. Well, in a way, basketball pa rin, but this time sa TV broadcasting. And the reason why I wanted to invite you here kasi grabe yung pag-juggle with everything considering that it's underrated how much preparation goes into TV broadcasting than being part of the game. That NBA hype,
Alam mo yan,
trying
bro.
to
Yeah.
ay hindi ko alam. Alam ko lang yung
No, I mean,
being a
you cover
panel
games too, so
yeah,
yun pa
sa
lang, di ba?
games.
If sa panel, maraming work din yun.
Yeah, okay,
Takes
yan.
a lot of
Maraming work sa
research, di ba?
agree there. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna get there kasi
Yeah.
nagpa-panel ka rin, especially last time. So sa TV naman, iba yung different, iba yung kind of preparation nun kasi of course, maraming cameras, you're supposed to, may fina-follow kayo na script, right? Pagdating sa ganun, like kunyari
Well,
you're saying,
yes.
tapos meron kayong point na, okay, pwede tayo mag-freestyle dito. Ito yung point na magkikwentuhan kayo, anong analysis mo.
Yeah.
Especially pag tinatanong mo si Mikey, Mike, ano dito?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ano sa tingin mo?
Oo, nagkukuhingan lang kami ni Mikey dun sa
So, did it, okay, going back to broadcasting, did it come into your life unexpectedly? Or it was always in the back of your head as you were growing up na, I wanna talk about basketball on TV? Or no, it just came out of nowhere.
Personally, hindi.
It
Kasi
was never there.
nung high school ako, I was a shy kid, bro. Like yung, alam mo yung sobrang kinakabahan pag magre-report sa class. Even in college, parang maybe first year, ganun. Pero, parang I think pag tumanda naman tayo, we get comfortable talking to other people, di ba?
Yeah.
I didn't imagine na I was gonna be here. Kasi mindset ko rin high school, college na parang, work, I'll be a basketball player full time.
Pro
Ganun.
player,
Parang
pro
that was
player.
it was the end all be all before. Ganun yung mindset ko before. But, how did I start ba with my TV stuff? During the pandemic. So, right
2020.
after the bubble season, yeah, 2021. During the
Wait, 2020
pandemic.
ka pala. Why does it feel like mga ilang years ka na, bro? Like 2018, 2019. Hindi, 2020 lang?
Hindi,
Parang
hindi,
tagal
hindi.
na.
Well, noong 2019, parang gine-guest na ako ni Tito Miko Halili sa ABS sa The
Okay. Kaya
Score.
parang sabi ko, wait,
Na,
as a guest, as a
to parang
player.
analyze, as a guest.
Okay.
As a guest na
Okay.
parang interview, what do you think of this UAP, mga ganun, mga simple segments lang. Pero not
Yeah.
as the actual host, mga ganun. Uh, Senior year, eto naalala ko pala. Senior year pa lang ako, Tito Miko Halili, parang mentioned na, Diggs, after your UAP playing career, baka open ka to become a panelist, ganun, we see it. Sabi niya na nakikita daw pala nila yun sa interviews, how you answer the
Respond to
questions,
the
you speak
questions.
fluent, yeah, how you respond to the questions, how you talk to the media people, right? So little things like that. Di ko alam na, ano na pala yun, parang they're people see that, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
di mo naman iisipin yun, di ba? Na, gagalingan ko dito kasi gusto ko mag-media. I was just being myself during the yung mga interviews na ganun, after games and stuff like that. So, nung in-offer niya sa akin, sabi ko, yeah, sige, Tito Mix, but I'll enter the draft after this year. So, parang I'll focus muna, ganyan. So, pag-guest pa lang ako. And then, after nung pandemic nga, like I was mentioning, yeah, nung pandemic, he called me. Sabi niya, Diggs, tapos na yung PBA bubble season. Baka game ka mag-guest sa The Game. Yun, TV5. Guest pa lang yun,
Guess.
Guest
Okay.
analyst. So, sabi ko, yeah, game. So, I tried analyst ako nun for NBA. So, we were talking about NBA stuff, ganyan. Siyempre, medyo at that point, medyo naging aware na ako. No, kailangan ko galingan. Parang I want to do this din. Parang I enjoyed doing it after the first episode.
Competitive fire mo din, no?
Then, I kept,
I'm not gonna half-ass it. I'm gonna...
tsaka something new, bro. Parang,
Oh,
that's the reason why, I love basketball. Kasi, it's a never-ending journey or process of getting better. Parang, never ka final product in basketball, di ba? You'll never, parang as long as you're missing a shot, ito my dad would always tell me, as long as you're missing a shot, turning the ball over, you have something to improve with. So, endless possibilities. I saw that in broadcasting and in TV hosting stuff. Kasi, you're only as good as your last episode. You're only as good as your last
tama.
guest mo, diba?
Coverage, yeah.
So, medyo, sabi ko, okay to Parang, keeps you on your toes. Lagi kang, after the guesting, you'll watch yourself, you hear yourself, no, I can get better at this, blah, blah, blah. Sabi ko. So, I just kept doing that first episode, second episode, na
So
guesting.
talaga feedback mo rin sarili mo. Like,
Bro,
pakinggan ko nga episode ko. You did that?
and tatanong ko rin sila, Tito Miko, parang, any
Kamusta?
feedback,
Oo.
Sabi nila, watch your own, videos, ganun, para makita mo rin what you can improve on. So, syempre, may mga tips din sila, ganun. But bro, after the third, fourth, pinabasa na nila ako sa prompter. Parang slowly. Analyst pa lang ako so they would just ask me
Analyst.
questions.
Yeah, oo.
Tapos, I think the third episode or third time na pumunta ako, pinabasa na nila ako dun sa prompter. So sabi ko, sige, game lang ako. Parang wala naman, nothing to lose naman, di ba?
Oh,
When I
babasahin mo
read
lang.
it, I read it in a way na parang, syempre, TV pa rin, you kind of have to present it in a TV-like manner. Ano pa ako, hindi pa ako nakasuit. Parang, ano pa lang ako.
Ano ba sa
Parang,
term,
short,
athlete na?
30 seconds pa lang. 30
Okay.
seconds pa lang na, parang parang analyst pa rin yung dating ko. Pero
Okay.
they made me read the prompter for like 30 seconds. I remember it was tweets ata yun eh. Parang
Mga
yung
tweets
mga
ng
tweets
mga...
na lumalabas from UAAP, ganun, mga
Okay.
ganun. And then, I asked for, feedback. Oh, okay. Kamusta dito, Mix? Kamusta siya? Sila partner ko, sila Powder. Sorry, I was, okay, good.
Mm.
You said the words right, blah, blah. Bro, next episode, nakasuit na ako. Co-host na
Okay.
ako. Okay. Bro, right away, right after like 4
In-offer
or
sa'yo
5
agad?
episodes.
Pero in-offer sa'yo agad, like,
Parang,
you wanna be a
sabi
co-host?
nila, yeah, sige, go. Try mo lang. I guess that's also, the culture that they have set in that company, in Signal, na growth mindset. Parang, even if you're not the best yet, dinalagay ka nila na sila sa opportunities if they see potential in you. And I'm very grateful for, syempre, all the people who have given me the opportunity in Signal. So, grabe yun. Parang, tapos ngayon, tuloy-tuloy na. Until now, 3 years na. Pero, gets mo, it was never in my plan na parang, gusto ko mag-audition ako for this na parang,
Okay. Kasi parang kala ko,
yeah.
baka talaga sa plans mo na, okay, while like
Oh,
I'm a practice player, I'll try to pursue
yeah.
other things. Hindi pala. So talagang ano lang. It started off as
But
a
it just happened, bro.
invitation. Oh.
So, it just happened. Tapos, nakita ko, Draymond Green, JJ Redick, parang, players naman sila, pero they do TV stuff din, di ba?
Very eloquent,
Analyst
di
din sila
ba?
sa
Eloquent,
NBA.
galing.
Very eloquent. So, sabi ko, why not? I mean, okay siya. I mean, as long as I can still focus on my main thing, which is basketball, nagagawa ko siya at night, which is
Yeah.
like 30 minutes to 1 hour of my time. Pero, grabe bro, until now, I'm learning. Kahit, parang yun yung, I think that's what really made me fall in love with din eh. Na you just keep learning, learning, learning.
Solid, bro. Like, that's the dream right there. So, ano talaga, ganda ng opportunities that are coming your way. And, yung ano niyan, that's a recording, right? Malamang it's a recording. Pero, is it mornings? Usually sa gabi? Yung tapings nyo?
Is it the game?
The game. Tapos,
Yung
yung
the
NBA
game, bro,
hype ba
live siya.
morning? Live siya. Kapag lumalabas siya sa
Live siya.
TV.
So,
Kala ko recording yun.
yeah, so
Hindi.
one sports or
Okay.
one news ata parang 7 p.m. Ganun. Tapos, replay at 11 sa one news. Pero Facebook Live meron din siya. So, it's live, bro.
Really?
Ibang klase pag live.
Wow. So,
So, you
iba
gotta
ang
be
live. Iba
careful
yung
what
ano
you
nga
do.
ng live. Iba nga yung pressure ng live.
Yeah.
Unlike yung pag-recording, sige, cut nyo na lang yan. Sinabi
Yeah.
to ni
And
ganyan.
bro, compared to a podcast
Yeah.
and a show, super different. Kasi pag show, you only have this amount of time
Oh, for
to
sure.
say what you want. So, let's say you have 30 minutes of the show separated into 3 bodies. Let's say, first body, NBA, second body, volleyball, third body, whatever. Pag analyst ka dun, di mo pwedeng ginagawa ko ngayon, ginagawa natin na
Yung
nagkukwento-kwento tayo. Kasi you don't have
nagkukwentuhan
enough
lang.
time.
Wow. May
Oh, you
block
don't have
time
enough
yan
time.
eh.
So, you have to
Kasi,
find a way.
oh.
Oh, yeah. You have to find a way to make your point in what? 15 seconds, 20 seconds. So ibang skill din siya, bro. So, I love learning eh. So, parang new things, especially new things. So, yun.
And from there, like, you've built your confidence in the TV shows, being a host, starting as an analyst, and when did you get your first hosting gig? When was, kasi I'm sure ibang hosting na sa like ito sa podcast, ibang hosting sa podcast, and of course being in TV kasi may teleprompter, may follow ko yung time.
Yeah.
Pero yung host naman is more of being spontaneous, thinking of things that comes at the top of your head. So yung preparation dun, kamusta naman? Like yung first brand or event that got you as a host, was it like brand ba agad,
Bro,
or nagsimula ka muna sa birthday party? Kasi
you
inisip mo doon,
wouldn't
di ba?
believe what my first, you wouldn't believe what my first ever hosting gig was.
Let me guess.
Adidas event.
Adidas.
Sige, go.
Ay, Adidas yung,
Adidas event.
sinabi mo na, Adidas.
Yeah. But it was the Dame event, bro.
The
First
what?
ever ko yun, Dame
The
Lillard.
Dame
Dame
the
Lillard
Dame
went
Lillard.
here. Damian Lillard
Yung first
came
book?
here. First
Wow,
ever,
that's
bro. Kasi
crazy. That's
Adidas was
crazy.
like, oh, sino kaya pwede? So sabi na, oh, Jex, G ka, mag-host ka, ganyan. We'll give you this, we'll give you that. Sabi ko, sige, game lang. College ako, bro. So sabi ko, I'll get
College.
this.
Okay,
Siyempre, may
okay.
pera,
Oo.
mga products. Sabi ko, game
Oh,
ako, game ako dito.
oh.
College pa eh. Second year ata ako nun. So, sabi ko, I can speak naman. I think kaya ko to. Sobrang kabado ako nun. Pero ito just a 10-minute segment na live dun sa,
Okay.
sa hosting. I think I was
Okay.
partners with Melissa Going, I remember.
Okay.
Ano siya, you'll just read it Read it from the thing.
So parang
So when I did
may
that,
kailangan mention. Okay.
may script. May script naman, oh. Yun yung first ever ko, bro. So parang, from that point on, sabi ko kahit anong hosting to. Kahit anong hosting na would come my way. Feel ko kaya ko na. Kasi Dame Lillard
Siyempre,
din, bro. Yung
Damian
first ever.
Lillard.
Parang,
Oh.
gets mo? Parang, sabi ko, G na yun. Pero it happened because game lang ako eh. Parang sumubok lang ako eh. Parang I didn't say no or di ako natakot even if I really didn't know how to host nung time na yun. Pero hindi pa ako nag-host talaga regularly nun. I just said yes to that. Tapos basketball na ulit. Parang
Grabe, first time.
hosting came in na nung ano na. Like, eto na, nung
Ito
pandemic.
na.
Actually, nung pandemic lang talaga yun eh.
Post-pandemic? Or mga
Mm.
online hosting?
Mga online
Nagkaganon ka ba?
stuff, mga ganun.
Oo.
Yeah. Pero what really helped was my TV stuff. Parang
Mm.
yun yung pinaka-foundation na parang if you can do TV stuff on live TV, parang hosting and broadcasting, parang became easier na for me. So parang it was all connected eh. So swerte lang talaga, bro.
That's great. Actually, I have a question dito naman sa pagiging panel mo, being an analyst for the UAAP. Do you remember your first game? How was it? How was your first game? Hindi kinakabahan ka ba no time na yun? Or it felt natural nung nakaupo ka na with the with the headphones and everything. Tapos nandiyan yung FD, naglalabas ng ano, di ba? Kinakabahan ka ba nun or medyo chill ka lang naman?
Kasi nung UAP hindi na, bro. Kasi my first ever stint
Okay.
was PBA panel.
Okay.
After my Blackwater, syempre wala akong team, nawalan ako ng team. They offered the PBA Rush, ganun English kasi. Tapos may
English,
smart
yeah.
live stream pa nun. They offered na parang, game ka. Ano na to, together with the game hosting, yung mga
Yeah.
TV stuff ko.
Okay.
Nakita nila, I guess ako. Sabi nila, sige, baka pwede mag-panel si Diggs. My first ever game partner ko, Anthony Santay, legend, bro.
Si Anthony Santay.
So it was easy for me kasi sanay na siya, veteran, bro.
Yeah.
So ibang klase pag veteran yung partner mo kasi they know how to make you look good on camera. So
Dapat analyst is the star. Diba?
Yeah,
Dapat ibabato nila sa iyo
I mean, it's never, even as an analyst, it's never about the two of you. It's about the game that
The
you're
game, yeah. It's how you
trying to
highlight the players, right?
The players, diba? How do you make everyone look good? Yeah, my first ever game, ano pa ako, parang kinakabahan pa ako na, kabado din ako nun, not gonna lie, sobrang kabado ako nun. Kasi PBA Rush agad eh. TV agad, bro, di ba?
Grabe
So,
nga
parang,
eh. PBA Rush yung una eh.
so parang, ano ba yung ginagawa? I remember my energy was low that time. Yun yung parang
For some
pinaka-feedback.
particular weird reason.
Kasi,
or you were trying to tone it down.
Kasi Anthony, he has a way of parang presenting it, yung game. And I kind of parang bounced off with that.
Okay.
Which is, in my first ever game, I learned na parang you have to be yourself. Kung ano ka as a person, dapat hindi ka na-affect masyado kung what the energy of your other person is, diba? Kasi they'll bank off of you din eh. So, yun yung parang pinaka-first feedback sa akin. All the things were good, like yung mga sinasabi ko on air, trying to explain things, ganun. But the energy, you're on TV. You have to know na
angat na onte. Iba yung
kasi you're presenting basketball to fans, which is supposed to be fun. Diba? So I started off ganito lang, parang, that was a great pick and pop play for ganyan. And then that turned into, what a great execution from that team.
May broadcasting voice
to
na iba na.
get the bucket, diba? Ganun. So basically, yun lang yung nag-change. From my second game on, I tried to improve on that. Third game, fourth game. Syempre, with all my mentors sa TV5, sila Tito Nico, Boom Gonzalez. Learned so much. Yan, sila Anthony Suntay. Parang it got easier and easier. And for sure, like ikaw din, bro.
Mm.
Reps yung magpapagaling sa'yo eh.
Reps, tanggap lang na tanggap eh. Like,
Reps kasi hindi mo siya pwede i-practice eh. Paano mo siya
hindi nga, iba
ipa-practice?
eh. Mahirap
Diba?
i-practice. Kahit mag-play ka ng 2K, iba eh. Iba yung
Mm.
nandun nag-players, yung pre-game.
Yeah. Tsaka yung
Papunta.
timing, diba?
Yung
Na parang,
timing. Sa NBA kasi,
anchor,
di ba?
analyst.
Oo.
Ganun,
Oo.
diba? Parang, I'm sure alam mo to, yung kung paano yung timing nun, if masyado ka na maraming sinasabi, yung next
Oo.
naman,
Tapos
diba?
gumagano'n na.
Sa
Dami
game
pa
mo lang
sinasabi.
ano yun eh. Sa game mo lang
Oo.
matututunan lahat yun eh, diba? So,
Oo. Yung pag pinapaganon ka, ano ba sasabihin ko?
So parang ganun siya in a way na parang basketball din siya for me.
Oo.
Kasi sa basketball, you only get better if you do your reps. Diba? So,
Agree.
yeah.
Kaya tanggap ako pag sabi 8 o'clock yung laro. Sige, ano oras ako nandun?
Game lang, bro. Game
Game
lang.
lang? Sige. Mga funny stories talaga pag ganun. Naalala ko bigla. Pag hindi ko pa kapasado yung mga hand signals. Kasi merong ibang floor director, iba yung stop nila sa goods na.
Oo, magkakaiba
Oo,
yun.
magkakaiba yung mga signal sila, 'di ba? Kala ko
Oo.
yung isang signal dire-diretso pa kasi gumagano'n siya eh. Pero ang ibig sabihin ng gano'n, wrap
Bilisan
it
mo.
up na bilisan mo.
Oo.
Yung sa iba naman kasi, kaya tinanong ko sa kanya nung halftime, sabi ko, "Paano yung hand signals mo?" Ayun, ini-explained it to me, sabi ko, iba ka sa nag-handle sa akin before. So it's more
Oo.
communication than with the others, so much preparation in the
Yeah.
coverage. People think na it's just graphics, tapos na, okay.
And
Tayo
anchoring different I tried, nag-anchor na rin ako for
play-by-play.
UAP eh. Nag-play-by-play na ako for UAP. Partner ko sila, Isaac Go, ganun. Iba. Kasi you're like the point guard eh.
Ang kalat ko ng first coverage ko na anchor.
Diba?
Man,
Kamusta?
I fumbled it. Like, siguro yung first game ko, nawawala ako. I didn't know what to say. May i-describe ako, pabalik na yung kabilang team. Ibang team na yung may offensive possession. So it's more of, I think, ako naman, yung sakit ko na was like overthinking. Like, what sounds nice, ganyan. But in reality, it's just that what rolls in your head, just present it. That's good for
Yeah.
TV. And
It has to be
ganun lang.
natural, bro. Pag
It has
yung
to be
nag-ano ka,
natural.
ito sasabihin ko pag ganito, real mabubulol ka live.
Mabubulol ka. Kaya parang kasi tanggap lang ako na tanggap. Sabi ko, di ako papayag. Gusto ko, pag pinakinggan ko yung coverage ko, it's something na I'm willing to listen to it. Na parang at least okay. Kasi, di ba, you're your hardest critic. So, when you listen to yourself, like, shit, pangit. What more kung ibang tao nakarinig? Kasi, di ba, may mga tinuro sa atin that is how it's supposed to be. But for other people, they think like, okay naman. But for you, you know na you didn't do well eh.
Ganun talaga, bro. First game, ganun talaga.
First game ka talaga.
Growth mindset lang, bro. Just keep
That's your
getting
mantra.
better.
That's your mantra ever
Yeah.
since. Was it easy, Jegs, transitioning from, not transitioning, I mean, juggling everything, being an athlete to a TV host right now? Would you say that everything's well compartmentalized already? With regards to your time.
I would say so. I'd be lying though if I say it's easy. I don't think it's easy.
How long did it take you to adjust to na, okay, pro player ka, tapos may ganito ka? Did it take you a while to manage everything? Or mabilis lang din?
No, not really. Mabilis lang. Kasi my TV stuff is just an hour of my day. Diba? You're just there 1 hour of your day, punta ka lang doon. And it doesn't really require physical effort, diba? You're just standing there, you're talking. It's more of the mental, nakakapagod siya mentally, especially covering games, bro. 2 hours, sometimes may the 2 games in a row pa. Yun yung medyo, I think about it. So, if we have a hard practice or if we have a game, ganun, I don't accept the games. Kasi nakakapagod din if you cover the games. But yung mga hosting sa TV, I still do it kasi it's just a short amount of time. I think it's just priorities, bro. Siyempre, sacrifice just as same in high school, in college, I would sacrifice going out with friends from time to time, ganun, drinking. Kasi that affects everything eh. Affects my performance in basketball. It affects my performance in TV, in covering the game. So, I guess, mga little things like that. And sleep, bro. Sobrang important for me. I make sure I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Kasi if I
Hindi na
don't,
yung Kobe. Hindi na yung Kobe na 3 to 4 hours.
hindi na ako bro. 7 to 8 hours of sleep kailangan kasi mental yung ano eh. Mental yung games, yung TV, tas basketball pa. Physically, you need sleep. So, I just make sure that I'm disciplined in a way to make sure na I juggle all of these things.
And then, and building upon that, Jex, maganda rin na I just found out about this like kanina lang, not kanina, I mean a few days back. So of course, I do my research with the person I'm gonna interview. I mean, all good podcasters have to do that, right? Kesa yung mag-iisip ka lang ng questions on the fly.
Right.
And I saw na
Right.
your girlfriend, si Sam, is one of the is the producer for the game. Kamusta yung dynamics niyo dun? Siya ba yung nag-ano sa inyo na ito yung gagawin nyo for this day? Or may ibang specific person for that? It's such a
They have may
fun
multiple
and cute
producers
thing.
sa show.
Multiple producers.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
It's fun.
Super fun. So may multiple producers sa show namin. Pero I was doing the show, di pa siya producer na.
Noong time na yun. Mas nauna ka.
I think, mas nauna ako. And then, she just came in. It's fun kasi umaga pa lang, alam ko na yung pag-uusapan namin during the show. Kasi I mean, sometimes I hear them, ganun. Nagkakwento niya, ganun. So, syempre, pinaplan na nila. Ganun. It's fun because I get to work with her. I mean, we've been together since college, diba? So parang it's fun to have someone that you know so much in work. We love the same things like sports, diba? Whether it's basketball, volleyball, right? And we would host sometimes together.
Adidas ano rin siya eh.
She would host, yeah, and sa the game. So she would do some episodes, I would do some episodes, pareho kami together. Kami yung dalawang co-host. And it's fun. Parang yun, that's probably the easiest thing kasi you know, we know each other so well, may rapport na on TV. So,
hindi na you can't build chemistry. Ay, yung chemistry, hindi instant
diba?
yun. Pero sa inyo,
diba?
Natural. Do you guys still see each other every day? Like, because of work? Or minsan hindi talaga kayo? Because of your practices and everything? Or mga 3 times a week, 2 times a week?
No, we live together.
Oh, really?
Together. Yeah.
Yes, so, I love the it's 2023 already. The new age. Dapat, it's 2023, man.
What you have
I'm an
to
advocate
hide,
for that.
Yeah. I mean, so we see each other every day. So it's easier for us. I started in the pandemic kasi syempre pandemic. I didn't want to expose my mom. I had to get my own place na. So I don't think anything's wrong with that.
Same. In the same camp. I think naman most of our listeners gano'n rin naman. So just to wrap everything up, I feel like we can go on and on. I just wanna control the time here. Kasi feel ko, ang dami pa pwede pag-usapan eh. But, Jegs, gusto ko na tanong sa PBA on tour. Back to that, like, let's go back to square one. Kamusta yung ano doon? Like, may difference ba from the actual, like, of course, PBA on tour, you guys go to different cities, but in terms of the playing, the play style and everything, parehas pa rin. Nag-iba lang yung mga players na nakakalaban nyo compared to the usual guys.
Yeah, I think parehas pa rin. But not everyone's playing. Not all the high-level players are playing. So
nabibigyan ng chance.
Nabibigyan ng chance and that's good. I mean, nabibigyan kami ng chance. I mean, during the last conference, I would play, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes lang. And it's good that, I think this is good for the league, good for the players. They get to showcase their talents, develop their skills. Kasi iba pa rin yung real game. So I think this is a good opportunity for a lot of different players to showcase their talent, and to meet the fans and everything. Yeah. But I don't think there's something different kasi the teams run their own system.
Yeah, ganun pa rin, di ba?
Yeah, it's just the talent level. Siyempre, if binabantayan ko, sino
ba? Scotty. Si Scotty ba bantay mo?
Si Scotty.
Or si Nards?
Nards
Pinto.
Si
Nards. Hindi pa.
2 or 3 games from now, si Nebra. Pero, let's say, sa San Miguel, bro, Marvin Lee. Yun.
Marvin Lee, okay.
Iba yung Marvin Lee, if babantayan mo, siyempre Marvin Lee, batchmate ko sa UAE, pinakalaban. Compared to babantayan ko, Chris Ross, diba? Or Simon Enciso. I mean, these are the main guys.
Yeah.
So, yun yung mag-iiba. Like the talent level, the skill level, but the way they play, I think it would be the same because it's the same system.
Yeah. And yung piyansa mo rin at least, di ba? Like, aangat from those
Yeah,
games
for
and
sure, for
take
sure.
it.
Pero if you think about it, some of the players ay mga bench players. Ngayon, ipapakita na yung mga ibang bench players, bro. Magagaling yung mga bench players ng PBA.
Basta
Let's say
pro.
Anjo Karan, bro, ngayon, Anjo Karan. Our
Yeah.
backup point guard, third point guard siya sa amin
Yeah.
in the regular season. He just had 20 points like the 2 games ago. 'Di ba? So may mga ibang some fans would say na parang, oh, bangko naman yan, wala naman parang ba't ba sa PBA? Pag
Pero
nakalaban niyo
parang
sila like 5-on-5 gano'n.
makain
Kakainin kayo
kayo.
ng mga 16th man ng PBA, bro. Legit.
Oh, for
Legit. And if
sure.
ilagay mo sa NPBL yung mga ibang players na yan, star players for sure.
Oh
So,
yeah. Saka na lang nakabuild around yung sistema, most
perspective lang,
likely.
bro. Perspective.
Welcome to the league moment na para ang daming ganun na fans eh. Just because na it's not
Yeah.
the usual guys they see. Trash talk agad.
No, and di nila alam yung mga pinagdadaanan ng mga players yun, bro. They practice with these guys every single day. Hindi na nakikita yun, bro. Diba? Like, let's say
Every day ba
Alvin.
practice ninyo? Every day.
Every day.
Hindi siya 2 times, 3 times a week. It's every day.
Every day. It's a full-time job, bro. Full-time job.
So how many hours?
And I always say this to my friends. Kala nila, diba, 2 hours ng practice.
Yeah, ako rin. Ina-assume ko 2 to 3 hours. Yung papawis, di ba? Papawis is what? 8 to 11?
Yeah. Pero honestly, parang 9 to 5 job.
Parang
so let's
9 to 5.
say, our practice is at 11. Let's say, 11.
11,
We have to
example.
be there by 9. Kasi we have to get taped up. We have to get stretched by our PTs, mga ganun. We have to do our weights before practice. So, yun. Enough na yun, 2 hours to prep for practice, right? So, 11 we start, 11 to 1. After that, may film pa kami. So, 1 hour yun. So,
meticulous ba ang staff niya sa film? Kasi some teams don't, di ba? Some are not as...
Coach Nenad, bro. 1 hour, 1.5.
na ano
Parang
na
coach
talaga.
staff, bro. Parang coach staff. So, yan, 1. We'll say 1 tapos practice. We do film 2. Minsan before practice yung film. And then, we did weights na. Magsi-skills ka pa after. Extra work mo skills. So, tapos ka mga 3
With the
na.
staff? With the staff? Yung skills?
With the staff. Or minsan, you have your own, diba? Siyempre ako,
okay.
we have our own skills trainer.
Yeah.
So, ano na yun? 9 to 3.
9 to 3 agad.
Sa office work, 9 to 5. 1 hour lunch break.
1 hour lunch break.
Oh, so sobrang lapit na lang yan. Close to 8 hours din yung work namin, diba? It's not really just 2 hours. Pagdating mo pa sa bahay, you have to rest, diba? Kasi pagod ka eh.
Pagod ka. Oh.
Hey, the pro life is not an easy job, bro. It's a full-time thing. If you ask, nakausap ko sila SJ, sila Keith.
Sa Korea at sa Japan,
Japan.
Same thing ba?
Bro, diba iniisip ng tao, sarap naman, naglalaro sa Japan, Korea.
Taas salary.
Taas salary, bakasyon. Pure work. They only have 1 day off for the whole week, especially sa Japan. I think Tuesday practice, Wednesday may game sila. Thursday, Friday practice. Saturday, Sunday, back-to-back game sila. Monday lang yung off. Nung una, syempre pag off day, travel sila, bro. But after a few weeks, they'll take that Monday day off to rest the whole day. Kasi buong year mo gagawin yan, bro eh. Diba? Hindi siya leisure. It's not leisure time. Si Dave Ildefonso pa sinabi sa akin. Pag bench player ka, role player, 2 times yung practice mo. 2 times a day.
2 times?
O kaya after the game, meron ka pang training after. Kasi hindi ka masyado nagamit eh. So yung mga little things na ganun, di rin nakikita ng fans. Hine-hate pa nila yung mga, hindi ka naman nagagamit yan eh. Like,
5 points ka lang?
Diba? Pero di nila alam, bro. Like, the system that you have to learn, whole new system, yung English, especially sa Korea, they don't speak really super good English, and in Japan, so minsan nagkaka-miscommunication.
Talaga
like, specifically ang mga nangyari. Pero it's things like that, hindi nakikita ng ibang tao. So, yun lang. I mean, respect to those players who play overseas. Different grind, bro. Dito, we go home to our families. So,
sila mas iba yung tall and the
Yeah.
taxing day to day,
For sure.
especially language is a big barrier dun
Yep.
sa Japan and Korea. So mas in a way mas lonely. I mean,
Mm.
diba? So yun, again, Jegs, I really appreciate you for coming to the podcast. I'm sure marami pa tayong mag-uusapan. But I told you na we're not gonna take too long. I know you have other commitments. You need to rest. You got
Yes,
another day
sir.
of practice tomorrow. But I really appreciate the time. We went overboard actually. We started out at 6:05, 7:15
Well,
na
no?
rin.
Hindi ko rin napansin. Hindi ko
Hindi ko rin,
napansin.
ngayon ko na rin napansin na parang
Yeah.
wait. Sabi ko sa kanya, hindi, tinanong ko ni Jegs. Sabi sa akin, Nico, gano'n katagal to? Na 30 to 45 lang. Tapos
Yeah.
15 na.
Okay lang,
But,
bro. Okay lang. All good. Thanks for having me, Nix. Keep doing what you do, bro. I see the work that you put in. So hopefully we get to work
hopefully,
together soon,
bro.
diba? I mean, you
Hopefully,
never know.
hopefully.
Just keep doing your thing, bro.
Tito
Just
Miko,
keep doing.
nag-send na ako ng
Shout
application.
out.
Hindi pa niya ako kilala pero someday, babalikan ko to na, Tito Miko, I actually made a public plea na pwede tingnan application ko. I think
Yeah.
this is the
Manifest.
podcast.
Manifest mo, bro.
I
Manifest.
believe
Just
in
keep working.
manifesting
Yeah.
talaga, yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
talaga, just preparing yourself all the time and same mindset as you, just keep working.
Yeah. Basta never think na parang, oh, I'm like, stay grounded, keep working. It's a never ending process. If you listen to mga podcasts, bro, nila Mike Green, nila
Oh yeah, grabe yung
at
episode
that
ni Mike
level,
Green.
bro, parang wala silang pakede. It's not about them. It's about the team. It's about mga kasama nila. It's super humble. So, yun lang. Just unsolicited advice, bro.
Yan.
Just keep working. Keep working.
Ayun. So, that's it, guys. And Jegs, where do you want people to follow you? It's just Instagram, right? Because Facebook is for personal.
Yeah, just follow
Oh.
me on Instagram at Diego5Dario. I think on TikTok, that's also my username, Diego5Dario. Twitter also, Diego5Dario.
Oh, you're still active on Twitter. Nag-active
From
ka.
time to retweet na lang ngayon.
Hindi na yun
Everything.
nag-ano ka na, nag-share ng thoughts mo. Mahirap na eh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Low-key lang, low-key. Pero yun. Thanks, guys. Nico, thank you, bro. To all the listeners.
Thank you.
Support nyo lang si Nico, bro. Good guy.
Yeah, and
good guy.
so YouTube and Spotify for YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. That's all I ask. And for Spotify, it's 5 stars. Again, this is Nico Rocha, 6-month podcast with Diego Dario. See you guys next time. Peace.